Hello everybody, Happy New Year and all that jazz, and we're here yet again for this year's update video, just basically me talking about what we're going to be expecting to see during 2024 in terms of Trash or Treasure reviews and streams and the fate of the streams, and basically just how many streams we're going to be doing now. Usual stuff that we've been doing throughout the past few years now. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So before we talk about the upcoming reviews for 2024, I think I'm just going to be starting with the streams since those are slightly less important, and I know a majority of you don't tend to watch the streams and just come for the Trash or Treasure videos, so that's why I'm just going to be getting those out of the way, and then we'll talk about the reviews afterwards. So ever since I finished my SMT3 hard mode run, you may have noticed lately that we've been pretty lax about the amount of streams we've been doing, and that's because we are no longer going to be doing a stream every Sunday, but now just going to be doing a stream every so often, basically. And the reason for that is because we just kind of, both Jude and I, as I say, when I say we, both Jude and I just kind of want to recreate that magic we had when we first started streaming, and we had all of these people just coming in, giving us all sorts of questions and everything like that. It was great. We had a really great time doing it. Not to say that we haven't had fun doing the streams. We have done, but we have noticed that we do tend to keep getting the same people over and over again, and not to say that we're unappreciative of all those same people that have come every week. We are internally grateful for that, but yeah, we just kind of, at some point as a channel, we kind of need to expand a little bit more. And I think that's what the both Jude and I completely agree on this as well. Like, we both think that the streams need to be a little less frequent, so that way they feel a little bit more special, and then that way we'll get a little more traction in, because there's also only so much we can talk about when we do a stream a week. Whereas if we left a stream like every few weeks or every month or every 2 months or something like that, then we'll have a little bit more to talk about, just within our usual 2.5 hour mark or 3 hour mark, whatever it is. But yeah, that's not to say that these streams are totally dead. I just want to make that clear. The streams are not dead. They're just going to be happening a lot less frequently than they have been. Yeah, but we are still going to carry on with the Persona 4 Golden Izanagi only hard mode AI party run. God, that's a mouthful. And I'll also maybe occasionally do a solo stream. Like, I still need to finish off my Straight to Ganondorf run in Tears of the Kingdom, and I also plan on doing a Resident Evil 4 remake run where I'm doing S Plus Professional, basically the same as I did with Resident Evil 2 and that the remake for that, and where I did a hardcore S Plus run. So I hope you all look forward to that. And again, if you have been enjoying the streams and look forward to them every week, I do greatly apologize. But yeah, I do feel that this is for the best, and Jude feels the same way. And now onto the review portion of this update video. I'm afraid to say that some of the upcoming Trash or Treasure reviews is just going to be stuff that I said I was going to do in 2023, but never did get around to it, and I'm using this time to catch up. I will, of course, talk about some games coming out during 2024, particularly, you know, Persona 3 Reload. That is very much a given. I have been looking forward to that for a long time now, and I am still kind of stunned that it is so close to release. This is like on the same levels as Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of hype. I've wanted a Persona 3 remake for a while now, and I am so excited for it. I know P3 enthusiasts have been sort of a bit down on the new, like, on the new graphics and the sort of oversaturation of it. Personally, I don't mind it. I think it looks great. I think it's a very good looking Persona game, even without being seeing the finished product just yet. But yeah, I know some like hardcore P3 fans aren't too big on it, amongst other things. But yeah, I'll cover that in the video because some of them can be particularly petty. But yeah, I can't wait for it. So yeah, P3 Reload, that's definitely coming. And yeah, of course, I'm going to be talking about P5 Tactica. That's the video after the next one. I know I sort of teased in my Spider-Man 2 review that I was going to be doing P5 Tactica next. But I've actually been given a code for a indie title, an indie Metroidvania title called Tevi, which I'm currently working on. That's going to be a relatively quick video. And then once that's done, that should be done within maybe like the next couple weeks, maybe, or not even that. I'll get straight to work on P5 Tactica. I will probably be overlapping with P3 Reload's release, but nevertheless, it's a Persona video, and I haven't done one of those in a while, so I'm sure, or I hope anyway, I will get the views for that one. Just seeing as how Persona is mostly what I'm known for. But yes, yeah, that alongside P3 Reload, that's going to be coming for sure. I'm going to be talking about everything, including story, gameplay, and the Akechi and Kasumi DLC. That's all coming. Yeah, so far for P3 Reload, the only bit of DLC we've had is like, you know, costumes and such, which is actually not too bad for launch day DLC for Atlus. I mean, it's not. I'd rather they didn't do launch day DLC, but I mean, for what we've seen so far of it, it's actually not been too bad for them. So, you know, I'll give them a little bit of leeway. Why not? So, aside from the 2 Persona reviews, I'm probably going to be taking a slight break on trying to catch up to the newer titles that have been released, whether it's during 2024 or 2023. Obviously, I'm going to talk about some new games, i.e., you know, P3 Reload, but I also still got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to talk about, which came out just about a year and a half ago now. I can't believe it's already been that long. But yes, I will still need to talk about that. And yeah, there's the stuff like the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake, which I'm still surprised that's even a thing. Because, yeah, I talked about Mario vs. Donkey Kong, like the original and Donkey Kong 94 back in 2014, I want to say. It's a relatively old video of mine now, but yeah, I'm sort of on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to be reviewing that. I'm sure I will do at some point, but yeah, just don't know if I'm going to be covering it this year. Because, like I said, I kind of want to, you know, not stress myself out too much from trying to do all of these newly released games, and you know, just kind of take a break and talk about games that have been released well into the past in, you know, stuff I just feel like talking about, which leads me to my next video that I hope to discuss this year, and it's on the Serious Sam series. And I've always wanted to cover a series of boomer shooters. If you don't know what a boomer shooter is, it's basically these old school FPS games that aren't very story driven, but it's very arcade like, full of adrenaline, and you're just basically blasting anything in your way. If it moves, you shoot it. If it doesn't, you shoot it anyway. That's kind of the general gist of it. You know, and I originally would have thought, in terms of boomer shooter series I would talk about, I would be the Doom series, but much to my surprise, Some Call Me Johnny actually did a fair number of Doom games not too long ago. I think it was like a few months ago at this time. Yeah, that caught me off guard a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing Serious Sam instead, just to make myself seem less sort of copy pasty. Because if you watch me, you most likely watch Some Call Me Johnny, and I'd rather not be, you know, seen as, you know, the guy sort of copying him, basically. So I'll be doing Serious Sam instead, and that's probably for the best anyway, because I grew up with the Serious Sam series. First and second encounter in particular, I've been playing since my childhood. Not so much with the sequels. I'm actually going to be playing a number of those for the first time. I should say as well, I'm only going to be covering the mainline games, so Serious Sam 1 to 4, not covering any of the spin-offs, and I was also very much shocked at how many spin-off games there are after checking the search results on Steam. There's a ton of spin-off Serious Sam games, and that's not including the next Encounter that was on GameCube and Xbox, I believe. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be talking about that one either, by the way. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy that. I'm thinking of just making this like one mega video rather than, you know, dedicating an entire marathon to it. Now that I've fully completed the Fire Emblem marathon. Yeah, which I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been a long time coming now. It's kind of trying to finish the damn thing, but yeah, it's finally done now. 3 houses. Took a lot out of me to make, but it's done now, and we can move on to the next marathon, which is a very good segue for, as I say, the next marathon that's coming up. Prince of Persia. I've grown up with the Prince of Persia series, or more specifically the Sans trilogy, like a lot of kids of my generation did, and I just simply wanted to talk about it. The only Ubisoft title I've actually talked about was Beyond Good and Evil, and that was a good couple years ago now. And I just basically wanted to talk about it. This is back when Ubisoft was really, really good with their games, not so much, you know, looty stuff, like, well, not looty stuff, but, you know, open worlds, you know, icon filling stuff. That's what I mean to say, not looting. That's more Blizzard, I should say. Anyway, so yeah, Prince of Persia, I'm going to be talking about the entire series up until the Lost Crown. I gotta mention this as well. Like, I had this marathon planned out from the beginning, and I didn't get around to it until fairly recently. But then, as soon as I was recording footage for the Prince of Persia games, the Lost Crown got announced. This is like the first Prince of Persia game we've had in like almost 15 years, I want to say, like maybe 14 years. The last one was Forgotten Sands on the Xbox 360, and that was 2010. So I was almost like a sign of fate that I should do this marathon. And yeah, I highly enjoy the Prince of Persia games. Again, mostly the Sans trilogy, but I'll get more into that during the marathon. But yes, I will be covering pretty much everything, including the rotoscope platformers, and Prince of Persia 3D, God help me, and the Sans trilogy, of course, Prince of Persia 2008, Forgotten Sands, and might finish things off with Lost Crown, depending how my mood is. If it's anything like Fire Emblem, I did get relatively burned out quite late in. But at the same time, Fire Emblem was like a series of RPGs, and these are much shorter games. These are action platformers. I don't think these are going to be anywhere near as exhausting as the Fire Emblem series. So if you found those reviews like too draining, as much as it would drain me actually making them, then I think you can rest easy at this point, that because Prince of Persia games are not as deep or complex as Fire Emblem, so I think you can breathe a little easier for that. So aside from those things, there's just a few games and projects I didn't really get around to doing in 2023. For example, still didn't get around to doing my re-review of Persona 3 or Tomb Raider, the 1996 one, and P3 FES, I should say. And I also didn't get around to doing the Smash Brothers video yet again for possibly the 3rd year in a row. It's gonna be like the 15th anniversary of this channel by the time I get around to it. But yeah, I will try and get that done as soon as I can. But yeah, as my videos are getting longer, it's taking me more time to do, because I'm just one guy doing all of this. Just as soon as I get out of work, I'm working on it, and it takes a long while, and the longer the video, the more time it takes, basically. But yes, I will try my best to get the Smash Brothers video done, as well as the P3 FES video and the Tomb Raider 1996 re-review, especially since Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered is also coming out the same time as P3 Reload, and I'll probably be doing like a first impression stream of that as well with Jude, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm quite curious about that as well. I'm wondering what that's going to be like. But yeah, February is going to be an expensive time for gaming, because yeah, we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, P3 Reload, Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong, maybe even Paper Mario Thousand Year Door with its remake. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of games for 1 month, and my poor wallet. Oh, geez, my poor wallet. Oh, boy. Well, let's see how it goes anyway. But yes, I think that is pretty much it for this year's update video, and as usual, thank you very much for all of your support, whether you've been joining me since 2023, or if you joined me way back in 2011, just when I started. But yeah, I am eternally grateful. I no words can express just how appreciative I am for you guys just sticking with me after all this time. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I'm a sort of a broken record at this point with each update video that comes out, but no, I really do mean it. I really do appreciate the support. And as I usually say, I hope you all enjoy the content that does come out this year, and maybe even the year after. 2025, baby, let's go. But anyway, I will hopefully see you guys for the next video, which again is going to be Tevi, and then we'll do Persona 5 Tactica immediately afterwards. So with that said, thanks very much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.